Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of Gas South District's That's the Ticket, the ultimate podcast exploring all things Gas South District and a source for insights to events on campus and discussions on the wider entertainment and tourism industry. Please welcome the host of our show, Stan Hall, CEO of Gas South District and Explore Gwinnett.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of That's the Ticket podcast. This is our first episode of the new year, and we have a very special guest with us today, a guest that really needs no introduction, but I'm going to give her one anyway. Joining us today is none other than the chairwoman of the Gwinnett County Board of Commissioners, Nicole Love Hendrickson, a proud UGA grad. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. But anyway, Nicole, it's great to see you today, and thank you for spending some time with us.
Thank you for having me, Stan. It is a pleasure to be here.
We always appreciate when we see you. Nicole, I want to talk to you today about tourism and all things that are to do with tourism. And I know as the commission chairwoman, you have so many things to monitor that contribute to the success of Gwinnett County. Tell me a little bit about your thoughts on the importance of tourism and tourism-generated dollars here in Gwinnett.
Yes, thank you, Stan. Again, as you've referenced, we deal with so many issues, a lot of heavy topics. Mm-hmm. Tourism is actually one of those fun topics that I get to talk about and talk about the county's investment in tourism and why it's important to this county and to this community. Tourism really creates that sense of place and destination for many communities and local municipalities all across the nation, and see its importance in creating these vibrant communities and cultural aspects of any community. Whether you're looking for a community to live in, you're looking for a community to build your business or invest your business in, looking for somewhere to go for entertainment. You're looking for, a community that has that quality of life and that sense of place. And, it's important that communities do have that tourism aspect because it does drive that sense of community and creates that destination that we're all looking for. We all want our communities and our counties and our cities to be a destination in any place.
Exactly.
And how do we leverage our investments? How do we work with our community partners? How do we work with our business community to create that destination? What does that look like? As a leader of the second most populous county in the state of Georgia, we want Gwinnett to be a destination for the region and for the state. And I'm proud of some of the work that we've been doing and working alongside our Convention and Visitors Bureau to make that happen.
Yeah. Some people, even now when I talk about tourism in Gwinnett County, they'll go, what does that mean, tourism? They think about the beach, they think about the mountains. But tourism is such a broader topic than just beaches and mountains relative to people coming to a destination, as you said.
Oh, yeah. Tourism is beyond that. Mm-hmm. I mean, tourism could be about our parks. Tourism includes sporting events, concerts, arts and culture, any of those features that really draw people to a community, that seek out opportunities for that sense of place, for that cultural desire. And tourism covers all of that. It's not just beaches and visiting, these world-class monuments. It really is all-encompassing.
It absolutely is. I think that the best evidence of the county's commitment to tourism is the expansion and renovation of Gas South District. I know this was a SPLOST project, but tell us a little bit about that, as well as the decision to continue funding for this particular campus and that campaign relative to what we have on our campus here.
Oh, my goodness. The Gas South District is such an incredible success story, which was spearheaded by my predecessors and many community and civic leaders. But the Gas South District renovation and expansion project was a huge undertaking. It included an expansion and renovation of the Forum, including an expanded exhibit hall with a total of over 89,000 square foot technological upgrades across the campus, a new Gateway Park, which we cut the ribbon on last year, 2 new parking decks, along with roadway and signage improvements, a new security plaza, arena, as well as several other improvements, with the theater, and many other projects that are still yet to come. The hotel, which is still under construction. In fact, on my way in here, I saw some more developments in progress. It's just very exciting to see. So it's nearing completion, and there will be some additional site work that is to be planned. But the project is primarily funded through a combination of SPLOST and hotel motel taxes, and it's going to allow us to really expand on the offerings, whether it be sporting events or conventions, concert venues, shows. It will allow us to host major conventions and conferences. So that's something that I'm really excited about.
I think one of the things that always really makes me feel so good is when you bring your partners in other counties who serve like you do as far as commission chairmen or commissioners or whatever, you bring them here for the meetings, and just to look at the smile on your face about how proud you are of it, really does my heart good, I can tell you.
I love it because, in many respects, Gwinnett is the envy of the region, and I love to get to showcase and show off, really, all of the things that we're working on to make Gwinnett a destination. We're trying to put Gwinnett on the map. Gwinnett is no longer a bedroom community.
It is not.
We're not your grandmama's county anymore. We are a new county. We are a county that prides itself in being attractive to so many different communities of place, communities of culture, business community, young people, young professionals. So I take a lot of pride in what we've been able to do, especially here at the Gas South District. And when I can show that off to some of my peers in the metro area, many of them have already been in that space of creating those destinations. And so when they see Gwinnett taking a lead in creating opportunities for expansion of tourism and arts and culture, it just makes me very proud because they see we've come a long way.
I've lived here long enough when we didn't have any of that stuff. So now when I go other places that don't have this stuff, I just sort of look at them like, you mean y'all don't have an arena? You don't have a convention center?
What do you mean? You don't have a sports team?
What's going on over here? Nicole, you said, you mentioned when you came in today, you noticed the hotel. The Western Atlanta Gwinnett, which is located here on the Gas South District campus, it provides truly the first true headquarters hotel that we have in the county. What expectations do you have regarding the significance of this addition to our convention center's business?
I am so excited about having the first headquartered hotel here in Gwinnett County. And, I just foresee so many opportunities. The word for this year for Gwinnett is all about opportunity. And how can we leverage having a headquartered hotel like this to really catalyze so many other new and innovative programs and initiatives here in the county, conventions, conferences, bringing new efforts to the community, maybe even sporting teams, maybe, it just allows us to really catalyze efforts in so many different ways. So I'm really excited about having this hotel here.
I think that the success we've had with our convention center absent a headquarters hotel is truly phenomenal. The fact that we didn't have one and we really continue to grow the way we did. When the hotel opens, by the way, for anybody listening, which is March the 21st, that's how close we are to the opening of that hotel. To have a contiguous pathway from the convention center into the hotel lobby, it's going to be a game changer for us.
It is going to be a game changer. And again, this is going to put Gwinnett County on the map. I am most excited about the rooftop patio.
You and me both.
All of the exciting things that we can do, Stan, on that rooftop patio.
Exactly.
We've always been limited to event venues too. So not only is this a hotel where you think, oh, I just need a place to rest my head for the night, but we need event venues.
Absolutely.
And this is going to provide another high-class offering to people who are seeking out event venues. You have a rooftop patio, you have more conference rooms, you have convention areas where people can host more, it's just the possibilities are endless.
They really are. The forward thinking that you mentioned, you said with some of your predecessors, and I really want to commend you guys for continuing that pathway for us to get to a destination that we are now and fully understanding we're not finished yet. We want to continue to grow and grow and grow.
No, we're continuing to build on the legacy. My predecessors were thought leaders in this space, and they had a vision. And to be in a place to help to execute and implement on that vision just means a lot to me. So it's like coming full circle and continuing to lead the charge and making Gwinnett the best place to live, work, and raise a family.
Yeah, and anytime I meet with our staff here, there's always some comment about, we're fortunate to have a board of commissioners and a commission chairwoman who not only talks the talk but walks the walk relative
Absolutely.
to this is not what we want to do, this is what we're going to do. So on behalf of
Absolutely.
my whole staff, I want to thank you for that
Oh,
too.
you are most welcome.
So let's talk about hotels in general. All of the attention, for obvious reason, is on the new opening on our campus. But through Explore Gwinnett and the Convention and Visitors Bureau, we pay special attention to each and every hotel in Gwinnett County. All of these hotels contribute to the hotel motel sales tax that's required in Georgia and really provides funding for so many things we do here. How important is that as far as fueling tourism, in your opinion?
Yeah, and I think it's important for your listeners and for the public in general to understand the importance of hotels and the tax revenue that they bring and how counties leverage those tax dollars. The proceeds from the motel tax are used for promoting tourism, conventions, and trade shows for facilities and a myriad of different services, musical, theatrical, cultural, civic, performing arts purposes, such as what we have here at the Gas South District. But in Gwinnett, we partner with our Convention and Visitors Bureau. I'm so proud of your leadership, Stan, and Explore Gwinnett team, who does phenomenal work to really create that sense of place and destination for Gwinnett County. They encourage travelers to visit our destinations here in Gwinnett. They encourage those meetings and expositions in Gwinnett by having these offerings in the hotels that are in the neighboring vicinity and provide visitor assistance and support as needed. But the funding really does help us pay for things. So the sales tax that is generated, the hotel motel tax that is generated, allows us to pay for things like our parking structures.
Yes. Yep.
Some of the funding goes to support arts organizations, and we can earmark some of those funds to drive programming in the arts space for support for arts nonprofit organizations. And so that's something that we're really proud of.
I can't even think of the number of times that you and I have talked about the importance of diversity in our county. It's something that's important to you, absolutely, and it's something that's important to me. But this campus gives us that platform to showcase that diversity.
Oh, my goodness, yes. From the arena to the convention center to the theater to now the hotel to even the areas outside. In fact, many people comment to me about the plaza and the courtyard. And how beautiful it is and how they didn't even realize that this was something that was part of the Gas South District. And now it's another offering for various events. And being that Gwinnett County does not yet have an amphitheater, there's opportunity, to create some outdoor events that could be another attractive feature for residents who are looking for a diverse array of offerings. So I'm excited.
It's almost like our marquees are a billboard for our county's diversity relative to the acts that are coming here.
Absolutely.
And you can ride by on any given day, and there's a sampling of each diverse group.
Each diverse. In fact, just last month, I was at the Atlanta Chinese Cultural Exchange for their the Chinese opera. It was amazing, and to be able to host organizations like that, to provide those offerings, truly reflects Gwinnett's diversity, really is what makes this community world class. It's amazing.
It's a bragging point for you and me, and I never get tired of doing it.
It is.
You also, when you were describing your idea of what tourism really is, and you talked a little bit about our parks and recreation system, our parks and recreation facilities have been recognized not only as the best in the state of Georgia, but the best in the nation on more than one occasion. What part do they play in bringing sporting events to the county and, more importantly, to the citizens of Gwinnett for their use here?
The parks and recreation facilities offer so much to our families, our visitors, our businesses here in the community. They offer such a strong quality of life when you talk about athletic leagues and opportunities to engage with our parks for health reasons. And really, something that we take pride in. We have the largest park system in the state of Georgia, and now it's nationally recognized. Yeah. I am so proud of our park staff in working to really elevate the standard of what parks and recreation should be in any community. And people from all over seek out our parks, our trails, our recreation, our athletic offerings, our classes, our programming. We have offerings from the cradle to the grave.
Yep.
From birth to senior. Anyone can find something that meets their needs. And, people want to move to communities where they have recreation offerings and parks and green space and trails and a connected trail network. And so we really take a lot of pride in what we offer here in Gwinnett.
You have a young child, so you know this, but one of the things that's become just a reality is something called sports tourism, where families are literally planning their vacation based on where that child who plays soccer or softball or baseball or football might be playing. In Gwinnett County, all roads lead through Gwinnett to any youth-oriented sports tourism.
Oh my goodness, you're absolutely right, and that is evidenced by how many of our athletes who start from those little league rec sporting opportunities and go on to serve, to go on to play for SEC national teams, go on to play for national and professional sporting.
No doubt about it.
They all start here in Gwinnett
County.
And
we see more and more that have their Gwinnett roots, as you said. You're watching an NFL game and you say, wait a minute, that guy went to Collins Hill,
yes.
or, whatever it is. So it's turned into a big farm of producing some elite talent, for sure.
Yes. So we're excited about that and all of the different sporting offerings that we have in the county.
So let's talk about the movies a little bit. One of my favorite pastimes is going to the movies, but movies provided by the film industry, to me it seems like a no-brainer for job creation and additional revenues, but there still seems to be some debate on the true return of investment about tax credits that bring these things to Georgia. Tell me what you think about the whole movie industry and the impact it has on our area.
Well, absolutely. The film and movie industry absolutely brings jobs and opportunities to any community. I do want to share just a glance of what that impact is here in Gwinnett County. Last year was an off year, of course, because of the writers and actors strike.
Right.
But there is an average of about 80 productions a year in Gwinnett County. In 2022, there were 325 location permits right here in our county. And we have 3 major studios, which a lot of people don't always know about right here. The OFS and 2 Eagle Rock locations, just to name a few right there in Norcross. And also just outside Gwinnett is the Assembly Studios at the old GM plant location, which is also spurring some work in Gwinnett because of its proximity. So we'll take it. But I also want to highlight, because many people are like, well, what type of shows are filmed there? We had Stranger Things filmed at Gwinnett Place Mall, which is a very popular, iconic show that caters to a lot of teens. The Ozark show, much of which was shot in Gwinnett, that yielded an average of $30 million per season spent. So you think about hotels, catering, rental cars, carpentry.
Everything.
All of that was right here in Gwinnett County. And so the residents benefit from that because, again, sales tax that pours into our community automatically is invested. It supports the schools. It supports infrastructure. It supports thriving communities. So we absolutely benefit from the return on the film industry.
Yeah, and I do have to give a shout out to our public safety people. Explore Gwinnett has a chapter of our organization that's dedicated to film. And when we pick out a location, sometimes it does require a little traffic here and there, and our public safety has always been right there to help us out. And
we're team players.
Well, absolutely.
It's not just about providing opportunities for people to work here, but we want to make sure that they're safe and that what we provide, that we can do so in a safe environment and that we're managing. So our police department, our public safety, our fire, EMS, we are all team players, and I love that they can step up to the challenge, all duties as assigned, and support when the call arises.
I love it too, and certainly appreciate it.
Yeah.
So when you think about arts just in general, how would you compare the status of the Gwinnett art scene to other areas that you've been to in the Atlanta area or wherever, how do you think how are we positioned, do you think?
I would say it's emerging.
Yeah.
I say there's a lot of opportunity to do so much with our arts, culture, theater, public art spaces. We have a number of the cities that are working towards creating more arts destinations in the city municipalities, and the county has taken the lead in really funding initiatives to really create that arts culture. Of course, Gwinnett is still, we're not viewed as an arts destination, but we're getting there.
Right?
We are getting there yet.
Exactly.
But the best is yet to come, because we are making some significant investments in funding for arts and tourism and arts and culture, specifically funding organizations that provide those artistic outlets for the community. So we're excited. We're going to be put on the map, just we do everything else. We like to be a leader in everything else. We're emerging in this space, and I'm excited about the opportunities that are coming that way.
So I want to give the county credit, because you've already mentioned it, the Creative Arts Grant, if you will, that so many nonprofits in Gwinnett County are receiving for various things. That's all Gwinnett County oriented, and that's where the creation of the fund came from.
Yeah, the county has made investments in that fund. Of course, Explore Gwinnett, as our partner, helps to disseminate those dollars, and they have made such significant investments in different programs like the African American Culture and Arts Festival, an inclusive playground mural at Lilburn Elementary School. We've had the Japan Fest that was funded out of the Arts Fund, Gwinnett Ballet Theater's production of the Nutcracker, and a new autism-friendly playground, which includes artistic and musical components that will support children and adults with developmental disabilities. And, so that's just the variety and diversity of different things that have been funded through this Arts Fund and Creativity Fund. So we're proud of that. We're looking at expanding that fund, and the best is yet to come.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of the events that were put on as a result of this grant, and a few people have walked up to me and said, "Hey, I just want to thank you." I said, "You know who you need to thank? Those people at 75 Langley Drive, because they created the fund."
Yeah,
but they are so appreciative of opportunities that some of these nonprofits just wouldn't be able to see based on their.
And thank you for saying that, because I think it's important that people understand that, even as a government, we're pouring into our arts community. People don't always view government as a catalyst for arts, but here we are, and Gwinnett County government firmly stands behind our arts organizations, because we really do want to create that sense of place and community and that cultural offering, and we can't do that without our arts organizations.
I agree with it, and there's always a debate of whether government should do anything as far as funding the arts, but my reply to that is always, how do you not?
How do you not?
Yeah, so
and arts organizations rely on it, and we're here to step up and support them.
Absolutely. Nicole, as you think about 2024 and moving forward, do you have any goals that are related to tourism, entertainment, or the arts moving forward?
Well, Stan, like I said, this is not your grandma's county. This is a new day in Gwinnett, and we really want to step up our concert offerings, especially our outdoor areas, and start having more of those summer destination concerts that you see in other locations and areas. And so I'll be working with our Convention and Visitors Bureau to see how we can make that happen. But I also want to continue making smart investments in our arts and philanthropic effort to support and strengthen those organizations that are providing those cultural offerings.
And I will give you a sneak peek today without giving you much detail, but that outdoor attraction you're talking about, I'm going to be able to share something really soon on that with you. So,
well, excellent.
But anyway, listen, thank you so much for being with us. I appreciate it. It's always a pleasure to see you, but thank you for taking some time with us today.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here today,
Absolutely.
Stan.
Well, that's all the time we have today. Please be sure to check out Gas South District and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or TikTok. You can find all of our episodes on Gas South District's That's the Ticket, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon on That's the Ticket.
Thank thanks for joining us today, and we hope you enjoyed the episode. For show notes and further information about Gas South District and upcoming events, please visit our website at gassouthdistrict.com. That's the ticket.